Yo, I'm just getting some things set up for a minute here. Sorry. Beginner's Guide, yes, it's intense. It's intense. Absolutely intense. I mean, that's sort of my deal, is to give you intensity. How's the audio coming through, Kish Killer? Okay? Things are okay tonight? Yeah, Mac might have some difficulties. I do know that's a thing. So. Cool. Just trying to play with my windows a little bit here. Oh. I started too quickly. Okay. No, please make dinner and know that you are appreciated to be here. So. I have my glasses on tonight because I'm exhausted. I'm going to get a drink and then I'm going to get going. So I'm just going to post some of this live. I've got no progress. Time for some sauce and egg. I'm missing it, but I'm sure you'll explain it to me. Did I not put a streaming channel in here? Sauce. Oh, yes. Sir. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, is this a saucy neg, like saucy eggnog thing? It's still Christmas themed. Alright. This game is ridiculous. Alright, just checking my own audio and a few things. Oh, Nero, you're so with the slang. I'm so missing it. I'm a little bit exhausted from week 3 of this ridiculous world. So I'm gonna get playing in just a moment. Join if you can. Nero, if you want to get in here on some of this would be amazing. Be right back. Well, I mean, I can always switch platforms mid-game, so we can start with PS. We can start with PC and switch to PS4 if you want. Not a problem. It's ready to go on all systems. So I have this like multi-pack of Gatorade Zeros, and I always like reach in and see what I'll get and hope I'll get lime, and I got like berry tonight, but you know. Please update. I am a diabetic who always has to check levels too before I start playing, just to make sure they're good, because you know the excitement, the absolute ridiculous fun, it starts to get to me. I don't know how I changed my name. I'm going to stay in my orange lightning bolted self. So yeah, this is not a pretty or high class stream tonight, just running the minimal setup and get up. I forget how to play this. I forget how to play this completely. I didn't know I just run and jump, but I totally forgot all the buttons. It's been a while. All right, I guess I want to talk to people. I'll set up Discord. Yes, we'll come into Discord after this round, and I'll turn down the music a bit. I'm excited to let you know that I'm going to be buying really nice pre-made Alienware R10 for work, you know, so because I am one of the few profs at the university who can bring in computing for work and gaming for work, so it'll be nice. I have no idea when I get it. I have no idea how long it's going to take. They've never ordered one for a prof, so it's weird. Oh, I'll share the specs. I have the spec sheet listed from Chris Lee, so it looks beautiful. They're forcing me to get a 3-year warranty, but it will be the one that upgrades to 64 gigs of RAM, just in case needed. But because they see it as a work investment, you know. Because if it doesn't live with me, it moves to CTS or ThinkLab or something. But it can stay with me for the time being. So. Tundra Run. I don't. They updated this for Christmas. I have no idea what any of this is. I think I just jump. I don't know my buttons. I just jump. Oh, it's just the same stuff, a little bit snowy. So but everyone's covered in their bling. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. Come on, little peoples. Oh yeah. Smasheroo. Watch this, watch it. Yep. That kind of worked in my favor. Made up some time. Did not make up some time. Well, that's some heavy wind machines. Oh, come on. This is where it feels completely random. There's a button to like grab hold of, I assume. I think. Yeah, no qualifier for me here. I'll get Discord set up while this runs. Oh, I've got the game still going with Matt's in there, I think, unless Matt got eliminated. Let's see. I'm in Classroom if anyone wants to come to my Discord. So.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you, Peter?
I'm well. How are you?
Oh, you know, I have no sense of time. I'm currently quarantining so I can visit my parents.
Of course. I hear you.
It's, I'm going crazy. I'm going insane. I hate it. I hate quarantine.
It sucks. I mean, we were hoping to be out of it soon, not because we're quarantining, but because school's just not open. But,
yeah.
I have to say we're reaching the breaking point, though. It's feeling like even he doesn't want to look at a screen anymore. You know, so.
Yeah, I'm having such low motivation to look at classes because none of them are like, they're all just like courses I've just taken just to get the last few credits. Like, they don't really hold a great deal of interest.
Right.
You know, they're not theater courses, right? So I don't. I try and have invested in them, but. Oh, look, it's Matt.
I'm going to stop streaming because this is about chat as opposed to anything else. Matt, are you in the game still?
Oh, no, I suck at jumping.
Okay. Well, I do too, so I'll just leave. But I'm assuming mid-level I can just leave once the level's started.
Yeah, you should be able to just dip whatever.
How do I turn this down?
Alright. I get to unlock some sweet bling on this new account, because, you know, the last time I had this, it was all, ooh, gingerbread. I'll take that color. Let's put that on.
Such a invite there, Peter.
Do I bring Matt with me when...
Oh, right. Oh, actually, here. Since you have both Matt and I, why don't you invite me and then him, and then we'll just join your.
Join. See if I can do that.
So I don't know if I have Matt on Steam.
No, you don't.
Matt's still with me, so I think that'll...
Is this mic not fucking with? Yeah.
Okay. I don't see Matt.
I invited him, so we'll see.
Oh, okay.
Is this not working? Is this mic not working?
No, I hear you, Matt.
Alright, can I get an Walmart invite, please? Instead of joining you to start my own game.
Okay, yeah, here's the invite.
Hey, there we go.
I'm not really a Steam multiplayer person.
That's okay. I'm making it up as I go along too. It's all good.
Wonderful.
Okay, I think we're good. We can play with that unless anyone wants to change how they look.
No, I downloaded this game today, and I logged in. I chose like the Ziggy Stardust, you know, blue and fucking red, and you turn your goddamn stream on, and that's what you have on.
Yeah.
I got it changed. It's like,
Well, I mean, there's some people who've gone crazy with the downloads of Christmas stuff and holiday things. I mean,
oh yeah.
I just need to know if there's like a total like range of holidays, like not just Christmas. If they've got, you know, Hanukkah on here too, because I would like that.
Get the Hanukkah zombie from Futurama.
I think that would be amazing. You know, I did a fan fiction night in Ottawa where everyone was reading Christmas stories, so I read a Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch Hanukkah story, and people cheered, and I wore like the most blue sweater possible, and it was amazing.
Have you do you know about the what's it, 13 Yule lads of Iceland?
I think I've heard of this. They come different nights and do things like steal your socks and steal your bread.
Yeah, there's like spoon liquor and Helix spoons. There's doorkeeper. He peeps at you underneath the door.
Gotcha.
All other fun types of fun characters.
Well, you know that half of Iceland believes in some form of elf, like not necessarily the same type, but that there are smaller creatures or people or things that do things, you know. And
yeah.
And I mean, you know, it's a beautiful, amazing place. I have no trouble believing in that. So. Welsh, yes, you know, as long as, you know, we don't. Some of the Dutch folklore that my family has is weird. Like, it's super weird and racist and problematic.
That sounds like folklore.
Well, you know, Zweit Peter, you know, who's essentially like Black Peter, and he works for the First Saint Nick, and it's not good. It's not good at all.
Mm.
He's basically, they're like, but he works for a nice man. I'm like, yeah, he's a slave. We're just basically doing this to transform.
Jinkies.
Yeah. Funny you should say that. We've been watching tons of Scooby-Doo at my house. My kid is all about Scooby-Doo, and I'm realizing it's his like introduction to white-collar crime, because like everything they do is like stealing people's land or like stealing a will they shouldn't have a reason to steal.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, I'm just gonna steal.
It's not just murder. It's like it's like white lawyers with nothing to do, who are like, I gotta like dress up as a monster to scare people away and buy this land for cheap. Oh, these things turn into bounces. No, okay. How do you grab onto things?
Shift, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, what are you using?
Oh, there's like a fan. Oh, that's really annoying.
That fucking sucks.
Oh man, this is.
I hate being ragdoll.
Woo! Oh, I made it. Hey. It's all coming back to me. Yeah, if you hate being ragdolled, then this is not your game.
My God.
Oh, they have a Doom guy skin? That's super cute. What's his name? Loud Gleaming Opener.
Did anyone make it?
I made it, yeah.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
I think I was 43rd.
Oh, amazing.
Oh,
I need to look up. I'm using an Xbox controller. I need to look up. It's probably one of the shifts that were like trigger right,
Yeah.
right or left.
I think
it's probably trigger, yeah.
I'm using an Xbox controller as well.
Oh, knife
we,
trigger.
we are kindred spirits in that. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, when I play Overwatch, I still can't use the controller on PC, but I try to move between to them. But you know.
I don't know. I feel like platforming is just like with a mouse and keyboard. It's
Exactly.
ingrained
That's
in my blood from like Roblox and stuff when I used to play that.
You're
I think
feisty
most of the
yeeted
games I
hippo.
play are, like,
Yes,
games I play are like 4 hours. Right
I am
now,
a
so
feisty
I'm
yeeted
not
hippo.
Play mouse and keyboard the entire time.
Right. I saw this video of someone's dad who plays Overwatch, and he's like 60, and he moves in 3D with his mouse movements.
Oh
And
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's
I
adorable.
love that.
It's adorable, you know, like moving the whole body in relationship to it. So.
No. Okay, all right. Okay. No. A little overzealous there. Okay, a little overzealous again.
Oh,
Man, usually I'm so good at this.
I like your monkey tail.
Thank you. Don't push me, little candy stripe man.
This game reminds me if Saltwater Taffy were alive with feelings, maybe not feelings, but needs. You know, like,
Hatred for small little Tic Tacs. Go. Oh, this is new.
this is I'm just replaying Sentinel.
Whoa.
oh,
That's all this map is.
Yes.
well done. Can chilled Cyan Bunny make it to join you? You bet. Round over.
Did you make it, Matt?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man, come on.
So if you're just joining us, we're playing a little Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, which is a great way to get out some of the, like, I don't know, I don't want to call it rage, but just like frustration with the whole world right now, and know that you're kind of helpless, like these little Tic Tac men.
Yeah, like how there's a COVID outbreak in East right now because the first years keep having illegal gatherings.
I heard this.
I
heard this.
was walking my dogs today, and there's like 30 people playing fucking hockey in a rink.
Oh my
And
gosh.
no masks or anything. Like,
Yeah.
I have never played this. I guess just get to the top is the goal.
I no idea.
Well, there's in the community where I'm in North Scarborough. The other day, like last week, there was. I know the families, so it's not like they're randoms, but they had like 4 families playing like stick hockey with no masks, and it wasn't that the kids felt wrong to me. It's that the parents were in the middle, like refereeing and playing, and I'm just like, one of you's been to work. You never know. Like,
Yeah,
it's
Like,
just.
you know better. Like, come on.
you should know better.
You should know, but like my kid wears a mask. He's 4, and as soon as we get to the park, he knows to put on his mask. And there was one other kid there today, and they kept their distance, and it was fine. You know, the adults stay away from each other just because we're adults. We're just like, I don't need to talk to you. But I mean, my kid's fine with it. And did you hear about the postal outlet outbreak in Mississauga?
Yes,
No.
that's a little scary.
Yeah, to the point where all international mail may be halted 2 to 3 days. And like, we ordered like some throw cover like blankets because it's a little cold in our place, a bit drafty. It's like, yeah, we'll probably just let them sit for a week when they arrive.
Oh,
I lost it.
I was number 20. Oh, that feels bad.
It was like there were outbreaks everywhere. There was a Tim's next to my work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Outbreak.
Well, I sent. I won't say what it is because who knows with Tommy? He could be watching. But I sent Tommy his family a Christmas gift because fun fact, I'm just having my 2020 Christmas next week.
Oh, yes, that's right. Because
Um,
you didn't see family over that. Yeah,
yeah, over the actual holidays, I was working for the old Liquor Control Board of Ontario, and
is everyone
yeah,
dead?
just couldn't see them.
Did anyone make
Yeah,
it? You're dead. You're out. Are you out, Oren?
No, yeah, I'm done. So I
Yeah,
was 20
yeah.
out of 19.
Yay, Markham North Scarborough gang. Yes.
I'm like across the street from Scarborough. I'm literally a big part. It's separate from Scarborough.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you're east of there, man. East York it's something.
It's something.
Sorry, you're where at Vic Park? You're at Vic Park in
St. Clair.
St. Clair. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty close by, like around Eglinton Square.
Yeah,
All there.
absolutely.
Oh, that's still Scarborough.
Well, there's a little bit of it that isn't. Like it's weird because there's a rotational. East York is weird, and that line. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
To me, it's east of is it Finch?
Yeah.
All I know is my postal address says I'm in East York. So,
Yeah, like
Yeah, but like the official lines, it's like how they say that Scarborough is part of Toronto, but
yeah,
no, it's not.
I can see Scarborough from my house. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you're near Eglinton Square, I'd say you're in Scarborough.
but I mean, it's the way like I used to live in East York, but I was up at Eglinton and Leslie, right on the park system there, and it was like technically to me, East York feels like overly and like Broadview and all of that at times, even though it's not.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. But I mean, like I go to
Like
the Tim Hortons I go to is across Vic Park, so I'm in North York getting coffee to drive back slightly east of Vic Park back to Scarborough where I live. So it's like,
well, like I grew up pretty solidly in Scarborough, like in West Scarborough. But like for me, the western border is absolutely the beaches.
yeah,
Because like you go down Danforth or Kingston, and yeah, okay, you're in the beaches. All right, Scarborough's ended, and it's honestly more like I don't even know, like a little bit before you get into like if you go in Kingston, just past Birchmount, then you're starting to push the border.
yeah.
To me, Broadview just feels like Distillery District.
Yeah.
Like that, I guess Distillery would be in East York. I don't know. Or I don't leave my house.
Distillery District? The Distillery District is absolutely downtown.
Yeah, but that's like
There's still the whole that feeling of older foundries that have been rebuilt with condos. I think is maybe more what you're getting at. Like, I'm so afraid of these these no.
No. They smell your fear.
if you die on the second one, you get sent back to first. Dude.
Yeah. That's why you can't let them sense how afraid you are of them.
Right.
Because they know. Hey.
I did it.
Oh man, this is new and I hate it. I hate every bit of this. Oh god. I hate it. Oh, I made it. Ooh.
Can they even like stop you though? Like, I feel like you. Oh yeah, they're gonna stop you.
No, you stupid little Tic Tacs.
No.
Like the hottest thing in the world, and then exactly.
Well, what I love about Among Us is that
I figured it probably said
it quote unquote happened, but it had been out for so long.
Yeah. They
I
actually
can't even get past
canceled,
this.
It's like the same with like Phasmophobia.
Oh, I heard.
Phasmophobia is a good game.
They canceled Among Us 2 to focus on the first game.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
you got it, Peter. Don't let him smell your fear. Yes. Oh, okay. Happy feet. Oh, he's going straight nowhere. Yes.
That was pretty amazing. This is
Oh
bad.
my god. Whoa. It could be that like you're just lagging so bad that I gotta say that was pretty impressive, Peter. Even if you didn't make it.
Well, there is a pattern. I don't know if you noticed a slight pattern to it. Like it's still
Yeah, it's once the first one passes you, that's your time to go. Not just because like there's an opening, but it kind of works on like sort of a diagonal. It's hard to describe a diagonal on a cylinder, you know.
It's like the cylinder itself isn't moving as fast as the pikes are, so you can kind of like chill in between them. You know what I mean?
Does
A
that
little bit.
Kish Killer? Does that update it?
Sorry.
I'm asking chat if that updates. It says Overwatch because it always feels like my OBS is behind with my stream info. So
Seesaw. This is like driving when it suddenly snows. It's like people get on Seesaw, they just suddenly forget how the gravity works.
cool.
You get on the road when it snows and people have no idea how to drive.
Absolutely.
Thankfully, I don't need to drive anywhere. Well, actually, that's not true. I can't drive anywhere. I can't even leave my bloody house. Well, okay, I can. But not to really do anything other than just walk a, deserted trail in the woods for exercise. No, you fools! You'll kill us all!
My Chihuahua is not doing well with the cold, so like he'll come with us, and then I'll just basically hold him.
Your ex or
No, my Chihuahua.
Poor little guy.
Oh, he's fine. But,
Yeah, my dog Fox. I have a fond memory of one real nasty winter when I was little, and we'd taken him to the park and we built a snowman, and we look over and he's Pomeranians are made for winter. They got like that nice thick coat.
They do.
But even he eventually got to the point where it was like, I'm cold and I'm shivering and, I really want to go home, so I, had to carry the little guy.
My dogs have always been like flying in the snow. I had a Bernese Mountain Dog.
Yeah, those things are incapable of getting cold.
We've got a Husky Shepherd mix now.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's the one I met when I dropped off your mic.
Is he running? I forgot.
Well, he tried to. I didn't I didn't get the full meet and greet from him, unfortunately. Like I would have liked. I hadn't had a dog in ages.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. When you pick up this mic that I'm using right now,
yeah, you know that's never happened. You're probably just gonna keep that mic, right?
Oh, that'd be great.
Because I think we're just gonna keep buying more equipment because it's just that was
because there's money to spend and the university can pay for it.
This one's completely broke anyways, so
yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, it's broken.
Exactly.
I'm
no.
Right now, so. Okay.
That's something I could definitely pour more of my attention into to keep myself stimulated. There we go. Radio play. Do more sound effect stuff.
Well,
I've been thinking about what sort of if there's any folio work I can do in my new place.
When are you moving?
Folio work is so much fun. Sorry?
When are you moving?
Oh, I've already moved. It's just
you're in the.
I really need access to a thrift store to buy shelves and stuff.
That's what it is. I miss thrift stores. I miss being able to go and find those things.
Almost every I have to say probably 50% of the things I own, I've picked at a thrift store, or just found on a curb or so on and so forth. And I miss the thrill, the hunt.
Absolutely.
Did you make it in, Matt, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
Let's see how he does here.
Yeah, this one is infuriating.
Oh, I have no idea. What is this?
You got to get the 6 hoops, and if you get a gold hoop, you get 3.
Can you take hoops?
Yeah, just jump in a hoop, right? You got 1.
But someone can steal your hoop, right?
Yeah. The hoops aren't forever.
Yeah, so you gotta try and get 6 by the point you can score and get games.
The hoops are fleeting. Yes, have them push you closer. Yes. Oh. The best strategy is either get really lucky and a gold hoop will just descend upon you and you can get it, or go for the hoops that no one's going for.
And you have to bounce off people too, right? You can bounce off them and other environmental stuff?
Not really.
Yeah.
Honestly, bouncing off other people is probably more of a detriment, because if you hit the wrong angle, you're just going to be thrown off in an entirely different direction.
I love the people.
Some of these people got hops.
Yeah, they're just actively moving.
Hmm.
And do people disappear once they've claimed their hoops? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you get sent to like a sort of like a waiting spectator mode. I like whoever that is who has like the Rat King skin. That's fun.
Oh,
Two. Okay, hey, 3. Yo, you're already doing better than probably like.
Remember, there's only
30% of the rest
17
of them.
people in here, and a lot of them are right near you. So, gold hoop. So if there's ways to get away from them, yeah, everyone's gonna. Oh, it's gonna rotate.
Yeah, of course it rotates. Yeah, forget about the gold hoop. Everyone's gonna go for the gold hoop. It's not worth it unless it just. Oh yeah. Oh, that fucking grandma wolf.
But like, yeah, there's gonna be some over here that.
Can you grab onto them?
Unfortunately, no. So I would go up that ramp onto that platform and then jump into the hoop from the platform.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. And then dive. Okay, you gotta dive.
How do you dive?
You're using an Xbox controller, so I have no way to tell you.
It's X. A's jump and X's.
Left and or right trigger. Oh, there you go. You grabbed. That's good.
Right, it's gone. Left and or right trigger.
Maybe. That was entirely a guess. I don't really use controllers. Unless it's my Switch or my
I
PS4.
really hope you're enjoying this pro game.
This is pro gaming right now.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
It's the most extreme elimination
Oh,
challenge. Flora's Lava, Takeshi's Castle-esque. Yes. It's totally a
Takeshi's Challenge?
Yes.
Yo, can we play Takeshi's Challenge on stream one day?
Yes. Can we actually play it?
Oh, there's definitely an emulator out there. It's such an old game, it could run on a toaster. I'm guessing you didn't make it, Matt.
Came in first. I think you were watching the.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
No.
You're right.
I'm the Triceratops. I'm also the hot dog.
I assume you're lying, but
Yeah, he is lying.
of course. So now that I didn't hit escape, I'm like, gotta wait for it to load before I can escape from the stream. So.
Ooh, I got 7 crowns saved up. I wonder what I should spend it all on. Relations, a little weaker.
Do you have this on PS4, Oren?
I do not, but if you switch over, that's totally fine with me.
Yeah. I think it was free for a little bit.
It was free, but I was not. I think you have to have the like PlayStation Plus.
Whoa, what's Slime Survivor? I don't like the slime. It's so bad. Because I just drowned.
No, I love slime. That's a bit of danger.
I have enough danger in my life. I don't want this.
Yeah, but it's danger without real, tangible consequences. That's what I can get behind.
Alright, this time I'm going to get through the first level for sure. Second level, not so much.
No, not first.
I realized something, Peter. So, like, when I moved into my new place, my parents did quote unquote like visit,
Right.
which is basically like they just showed up at the driveway and I like got to pat my dog on the head, and they didn't really get to stay for any meaningful time or really come inside.
Right.
But I guess this is something I just never knew because I've never given really housewarming gifts before because most of the people I know never really had houses. But apparently bread is a traditional housewarming gift, and I gave that to you.
You did.
Without knowing.
You did, yes.
But it's bread. You're supposed to give bread and salt.
Okay.
So my mom got me. She made me 2 different
See,
flavored salts.
I'm interested that it's also not like giving yeast because like we make bread and Lauren keeps yeast, so like she'll, yeast, that was super valuable when lockdown happened because people needed yeast to make their bread, and she had tons of it to give away. She keeps it.
But for whatever reason, I end up in Scarborough. Well, actually, yeah, maybe I'll drop some. So I had a sourdough starter that I started raising at like the beginning of quarantine, like way back in like April.
Right.
Or March. Yeah, April. I was gonna say March, April, something like that. But it unfortunately died over the holidays because I was working so much that I just, you know,
Of course.
it wasn't like, you know, an animal or a child where there's like real consequences for it dying.
Of course.
But before it could die, I dehydrated some of it and like powderized it. And I have no idea.
Did you hear us talking
Sorry?
about bread? Yes. Lauren's making bread right now. She just pulled out the bread to show me the giant bread she's making. Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
But,
I got distracted by bread. Too much bread.
So,
Continue talking.
But like I powderized the starter after I dehydrated it, and I have no idea if it can survive that and then be cultivated again. But you should ask Lauren if she's interested in starting a sourdough starter to make. If she's into bread, I mean that's what my mom's gotten into. She's gotten so into bread, it's incredible.
Right. Well, I mean, I think it's that like it was we stopped doing it post first lockdown in the summer and then started up again. But it's like our stove died on Christmas Eve at 3:00. We had a electrical fire in the stove, so we had to race to Home Depot and pre-order a stove that we could get as soon as possible because our turkey was brining in the fridge for 3 days, and it's like. We had to drop the turkey off at her parents in North York, have them cook it. They cut what they wanted and brought the rest back to us. You know?
I mean, brining it for longer. Like I bet that was a pretty bomb turkey.
It was, but it was just like it was supposed to be the first turkey in the new house, and it literally. I was making my kid warming pizza in the oven, and I saw the inner burner crack and spark with gas.
Oh my god!
And the flame started. I was like, "Oh, this is done. This is done."
That's nightmare fuel.
Mm-hmm.
I have such like a.
It went out very quickly, but yeah, it was.
Still though, like man, fires are something like I don't mess with. I'm so paranoid. Like whenever I leave the house for anything more than a day, like everything gets unplugged.
But then we've now upgraded to the convection oven with the air fryer, the like ceramic top, the like, and because it was $500 to fix the old stove, or it was $1,000 to buy the new stove. So we're like, let's commit to the new stove. New house, new stove. We don't know how old that stove is.
New stove. Who this? The stove in my new place has convection. I did not know what I was missing. Convection is so good.
Well, and air fry blows my mind because like we got samosas tonight, and I made some butter chicken. We picked up some other like naan and stuff from this place nearby, and tomorrow, if we want extra samosas, we'll air fry them just to crisp them that little bit, but not deep fry them. You know, like just to make them taste.
Give them, just like zhuzh them up a bit.
Exactly.
See, I really want an air fryer, but because I can't see any family, right? So relatives gave me just like they just were like, he transferred me some money for Christmas,
of course,
which
that's reasonable.
Is really the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
And I used some of it to buy an Instapot. Which is so much fun.
Those are great. We have a mini one and a regular. Oh yes, I love those. They are so good.
Definitely enjoying being able to like make soup or whatever in like half an hour as opposed to boiling it for.
Everyone out?
I'm out.
I am in.
Oh, let's keep watching. We've thrown out most of the carpet upstairs, and we've torn out most of the carpet. So floating with.
I was really hoping this whole thing would be over, so Tommy and I could come over and
the staircase still has ugly carpet because for the staircase we have to use a saw and cut or a blade to cut the ends that are overhanging a bit and do new stair noses on everything. So that will take a while. But we've done the wood up to where the stairs become carpet, so the stairs are still this gross carpet. But it's 80% done. But like at a certain point, we just had to like deal with having the kid home and stop and So there was one day where the city of Toronto picked up like so much old rolled carpet and filler that I was convinced they were going to be like, nope. It was all on the street waiting for them. So.
No, this is all your problem. We ain't doing that.
But I realized I didn't know because I've had garbage tags or garbage taken out by landlords. Like there's taxes for oversized garbage and there's no limit. So like if I wanted to throw out a couch a week, I don't know why I would. The city would pick it up. Like we all pay a little bit for those extra bigger things. A different truck shows up, And I'm like,
I
keep
I
wondering
have
why
a
they don't
distinct-
say you use it once every month and then you're locked out of oversized for a month. But I guess it's too hard to manage.
Yeah.
Who knows?
don't hop on that, Matt. Just walk.
On it.
On the backwards conveyors. If you're hopping, you're slowing yourself down.
That candle and that drag.
Yeah, that they're having a little tiff there. I have a distinct beef with the City of Guelph Sanitation Department.
Tell us.
The last house I lived in with the COVID idiot bigots.
Right.
They
It's a TV series that no one will ever see, thankfully.
no, my God, they're just cartoonish. But anyway, there was this whole thing that apparently it changed, so the City of Guelph will no longer pick up your garbage if the bags aren't clear.
Right.
But that's not something that's like actively like you had to look it up to learn this, right? And if you're a tenant, when you're constantly moving around, like unless it's mail that's actually directed at you, like a package you ordered or whatever, like I don't really go through the mail, right? Like all the flyers and stuff. So I guess maybe this was, advertised at some point. Anyway, for some reason, I guess they just didn't pick up our garbage, and I called them. And I'm like, oh, like why not? And they're like, oh yeah, like you didn't do this. So they made us pay $40 to come pick up our garbage.
Wow.
And it was like, really? And I'm like, we're just students. Like, is this really like a hill you want to die on? And you're like, oh, do you know the rules of the road? It's like, you're just being bureaucrats. All right.
I was just changing myself to be more Christmas festive or holiday festive.
Festive.
Yes, people. Yeah, throwing out a couch every week. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the Christmas
Well,
one.
I mean, they left us a terrible couch when we bought this place. They left one couch, and I'm like, it was good for that first week when we had nowhere to sit. So we ate dinner on the floor. We had no table yet, but
now it's a little.
oh yeah, we just got rid of it. We just destroyed it. I mean, we could use it in the basement behind me now, which has like holes in the roof still, but we're just not going to fix this for a while because who needs to? It's a random basement.
So, how's the gaming class going? I haven't been able to really tune in for any of the lectures because my sleep schedule has just been destroyed by.
I think it's been fun so far. I think we've done a lot better with integrating remote play. Like, not that we did it poorly when I did it as a reading course with you and Thomas, but like we had a 6-player game of Clue that everyone could watch, and we played live. And then like we did a bunch of Among Us rounds. Sam Adams, wow, Sam Adams is like the ninja with
Ruthless,
games. She won Clue, she won Among Us. She's just like, she's pretty on it, which I love. So her streak is live.
Excellent.
So
yeah, I'm enjoying seeing everyone responding to the beginner's guide.
Yeah, I think that's a really
someone.
cool
I don't
game.
remember who it was, but like I read it. It was like this game made me absolutely furious. And then the very next sentence was, even though it made me a little mad, I was like, okay, is it furious or absolute?
Well, it's
absolutely
it's an experience. It's an experience game. Too.
Yeah.
Like it has some play.
I mean, the beginner's guide is just such a mind fuck,
Yeah, no, there was one line in that where the guy was like, so that's why I showed his game to everyone. And I was like, oh, I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, you start out rooting for him. You start feeling bad for Coda. You're like, oh my god, like, is he okay? Like, there was a point where I was like, I was worried that Coda was gonna, like, harm himself, and then you realize that like he's just weird. Like, there's no you don't need to read into this.
Yeah.
Or he's just projecting whatever his own problems are onto someone else who just, like.
Well, no, like Coda was the fine one. Like, he's an odd duck, and I can get behind that, right? But then Buddy has some issues.
That was you. Yeah, of course. I'm glad that our response is, this game. This stupid game. I'm never gonna make it past round 1.
Yeah. Beginner's guide, man. It's a trip.
Well, and I like that it's contained, and what I mean by that, like, it's an hour-ish, you know, like it's an experience that's like a movie. You can do it and be done with it and get what you need to out of it and shift your feelings around it, you know. And I don't want to say too much because some people will still be writing, still be completing, even as we're talking about it now. But you know, but it's different for everybody. It's got a little bit of something different, I think. So.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, great, Seesaw. My favorite. Alrighty. You fools. You'll kill us all.
I mean, these seesaws, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, Peter, what's the meta in this game? Is
Uh,
there a meta for Fall Guys?
I don't know that there really is, because ultimately it's you against a bunch of random unfortunate stage events or environmental events, you know, and
No.
one of those is the other people, but it's not like you're able to talk to them and control them, and there's nothing to win because cosmetics are cosmetics, but like if you just die long enough you'll get all the outfits.
Right.
I
I would
don't
say
like
the meta is the people who are playing this to actively mess with other people. Like that's the game within the
yeah,
game.
that would be the extra one, but even then it's kind of futile because it doesn't offer the same, I guess, win conditions. You know, like it's not like
Well, for messing with other people, like
Sure.
you don't gain anything from that, and except your own, I guess, sadistic enjoyment.
but I mean, like if you're playing, yeah, like this guy holding people at the end here. Did you?
Yeah.
You made it through. Amazing. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's not like reading a room, you know. And I don't feel, even if I win this, I don't feel accomplished any more than if I lose. Like,
No, it feels very luck-based.
yeah, it's like when people talk about like playing a game that's mostly dice or just totally random. You know, it's a little less interesting to me. You know.
Yeah, but as the player size decreases, it does get less random.
Yes, I think there can be maybe an evolving meta once you get down to those last 12 or 15. You know, like if you learn an exploit, that's certainly going to be one. And if you know people's tendencies, like if everyone goes left on a particular track, that can be helpful. But I still think it's fairly unsure. I mean, I love when metas are not real but yet feel real. And what I mean by that is like roulette is totally random. There is no way but what I mean by that is the way you bet can shift a bit of it, and more importantly, when you hit a few times, you start to feel like you have some control over a totally random thing when you don't.
Yes.
And one of my favorites was there's a casino where I grew up in northern Saskatchewan, and I went with friends, and I hit one number 3 times, and it's 35 to 1. I think I bet like maybe $2 or $4. It wasn't a lot, but that still becomes like $70 or $80 per hit. You know, like it's a good draw for random placement of chips. And I remember a pit boss coming out and saying, "Are we having a good evening, sir? You know, can I get you anything to drink?" And it was one of those moments where like they thought I had a meta when the meta was just I'm fucking lucky.
Yeah.
You know?
You thought you were about to be casinoed and
Yes.
have your hand broken?
But they have to see it as a potential meta I'm using to exploit the house because that's their job,
Yes.
you know. And the same applied. The same applied. We were in Ottawa, and I went with some of my theater and gaming students. Shout out to them. We went to the casino, not to gamble, but just to like hang for a bit. A few of us did gamble, and I hit twice using my son's birth date and birth month, one after the other. And there's nothing about that's real. Like it's just random, you know. I just picked his numbers because they were his numbers, you know.
I have a funny story.
Needless to
about a
say, I
casino.
did buy a round for the 4 students that were there because I won
Oh, you gotta.
I won them $400.
If you win, you gotta be a little generous.
Love it, Zach. We're going to shift to PS4 in about 3 minutes after the first break to give some other people a chance. So if you have it on PS4 in chat and want to join us, we'll switch over. So maybe do one more round here, but
The first time I ever went to a casino, it was at Ajax, the Ajax Casino, and
I know it.
like my mom and I went there specifically because they have like the lobster steak thing on Tuesdays,
Right.
right? And also because like I'd never been to a casino before, so it's like let's go and we'll play some slots. We'll get like $60 each and just have like a fun night.
Yeah.
Whatever, right?
Right.
But I go there, and obviously, like, the second I get in line for the membership, a guard comes up to me, and he's like, I'm going to need to see your ID. And I'm like, that's very fair.
Right.
So I take out my ID, and I show him. And he's looking at it and looking at me and, like, really taking a good look at it.
Right. Right.
And so he says to me, how old were you yesterday? Right? And it's supposed to be like, oh, if you don't know, I guess there was some whatever to it.
Yeah.
And I should have answered honestly, which is like, I should have just said the age I was, because, it wasn't anywhere close to my birthday. But my brain just went, make a joke!
Yeah, of course.
And I was like, I don't know, I guess a day younger than I am today.
Yeah.
And he's like, I need to see another piece of ID. And I went, that's fair.
Yeah. So my favorite similar joke with someone validating credentials, I guess, is I was flying to see some friends in Boston when I lived in the Maritimes. I was in New Brunswick. So I was flying via Halifax to Boston. And I think it was, because, do you pre-clear? I can't remember. It was a U.S. custom somewhere. And they lost my bag. And I was tired. So I had nothing with me save for like the rye and the beer that I brought for my friends that I bought in duty free. So I had no possessions except for all of that and one little bag. And I had some Shakespeare in there because I'm a Shakespeare scholar. I was reading some Shakespeare, writing some stuff. And they took me into secondary search because it's a lone guy traveling alone, all that stuff. I get it. And he goes, the guy's looking through my stuff. He's like, Shakespeare, eh? I love Shakespeare. Tell me what you know about the Merchant of Venice. And he just says it. And I go, did you know it's actually a comedy? Because it's about a marriage much more than a trial and getting 3 different couples to marry off at the end. And he smiled at me and went, welcome to the United States. And it was just like, he knew, he's like, I'm going to throw this out there. And if this guy's like just flying by as like, smuggling something, he won't know what I'm talking about, And that was good. That was really good. This guard was amazing.
Amazing.
I know with Shakespeare, if it's the character's name, it's a tragedy. Is there any rule that breaks that where that's broken?
Well, I mean, yes and no. Like, I mean, the titles are also much longer than they've become. Like, they can be like the lamentable tragedy of Julius Caesar or King Lear, and our abbreviated form usually falls on that. And I think there's the difference between like tragedy and history, because like, yes, they're not accurate, but sometimes they're just telling the story of a king or a queen or, with dramatic license. So I don't know. I mean, like, there's the thing that does it for me is that, like, I'm trying to think of all the romances sometimes use names. So, like, Pericles, Prince of Tyre is a romance, even though he probably only wrote the last 2 acts of that. And I'm trying to think if there's any others that, like, I don't know, Titus doesn't feel like a tragedy. It just feels fun. I know it's super violent, but it's super fun.
Fun violence.
Well, I mean, unexpected violence. It's more a classical illusion. Who knows? But are we all dead?
Yeah.
Are we all dead?
Yeah, I dipped because you switched to PS4, but it was a lot of fun dipping my
Okay.
Fall Guys for a bit.
So stream friends, I'm gonna break for 5-7 minutes and load up on PS4. Same Twitch stream. Just give me a second to switch consoles and over. If you're there, send me an invite at Super Professor for a friend request if you want to join me. And we'll see you there, Kish Killer, for anyone else. PS4 in about like 10 minutes, like 10-15.
Are you staying in the Discord, or are you switching to your PS4 party?
I guess we'll probably stay in the Discord. Who knows?
Okay.
I'll figure that out. I'll shut down all the windows and move over. And figure that out.
I'm actually going to dip. I gotta write a monologue.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some deep.
Good.
You guys have a good night.
Thanks for playing. Yeah, that was fun. And see anyone else who wants to play over in PS4 in 10 minutes or 10:15.
All right. Good night.
Bye, friends.